Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our community school, Vine Middle Magnet School. My name is Desiree Jones, and I'm privileged to be the principal. You've probably noticed a lot of activity in our building. We just finished a soccer game. We are a school that is open to everyone, and we want you to know that this is your school. So thank you. I want to thank Superintendent Thomas for holding the District 1 community meeting here. I want to thank Representative Gloria Deathridge for coming and helping us lead this discussion. On behalf of the administration, teachers, and students of Vine, again, welcome. Our performance this evening will be from two of our community teachers, our Austin East Vine teachers who teach West African dance and drums. So sit back and relax and enjoy this presentation. Thank you.
Wow. My goodness, I have never seen so much energy in my life. I wish, gosh, it makes me so envious. I wish I could, it wouldn't be pretty, but I'd love to get up there and be able to do that. So, oh, my. Well, thank you so much for coming out this evening, and I know we had to reschedule, and appreciate the turnout we have tonight. I'm Bob Thomas, and Superintendent Knox County Schools, and finishing up about 10 months, I think, so on the job, and I just appreciate the opportunity that the Board of Education has given me to serve in this capacity, and I'm so excited about the possibilities at Vine for next year. Wow, again, because we have about 150 students more students that we're expecting here at Vine, and I know Ms. Jones has done a terrific job in the administration and the teachers here. So we're just really excited about the possibilities for Vine Middle School for next year. So we're going to give you an opportunity this evening to give us some input, and Ms. Delaney is going to talk with you here. And first, Ms. Dethridge, let me recognize Ms. Gloria Dethridge, who's a school board member. Appreciate you being here this evening, Ms. Dethridge, and also possibly have some candidates who are running for school board. So again, appreciate you being here this evening as well. So we've got a hard stop time of 8 o'clock. At some of the places we've been, we finished up before 8 o'clock, but we'll get you out of here no later than 8 o'clock, and maybe sooner, depends on how efficiently you work. So again, we've had about 3,000, I think, responses online to the strategic plan, and we're in the process of developing that. Okay, there's Miss Owens also. Miss Owen, school board members with us here this evening too. So if I missed anybody, I don't think I have, but school board, thank you for being here. But as I was saying, we've had about 3,000 responses, I think, online. So we'll be talking with you about that. If you think of anything after you leave here tonight, you can still have input online. We'll give you that information. So at this time, I would like to move on. And so I'll introduce to you Miss Gloria Dethridge, who is a school board member for 1st District. Thank you, Ms. Dethridge.
Thank you. First, I want to thank you for having it in our community, because it gives us an opportunity to have and give our input and let you know exactly what we want in as far as strategic plan. I want to thank you all for coming out. We did have to change it. Now it's appropriate that it is in February, which is the Black History Month, and we've had our entertainment, which lets us know that we are celebrating Black history at this time, and this is a great opportunity for us to be able to come together and give our input. We're on our 4th year of a 5-year plan, and it's time for us to start developing and coming up with strategies on what we're going to do for the future in the next plan, which is going to be, I think, a 3-year plan. So this gives us the opportunity to have our input so that you can get involved and tell us exactly what it is you want in this plan. Let us know how you want us to go forth with the planning of what the activities, the programs, and the strategies and the development of what Knox County schools will look like in the future. Like the superintendent said, we're not going to hold you long. It starts at 6 and it's supposed to end at 8. We're going to divide everybody up into some subgroups, I understand, and have discussion and report back out. And at that time, I want everybody to be candid. Be candid exactly what you think we need to look like in the next 3 years. Don't hold back, because we want your input. Like he said, we've had 3,000 online. We're still taking inputs from these sessions we've had, and we're going to have more input on the questionnaires. But I really like for District 1, our community, to really have a lot more input than we've had in the past. I know we have kind of just gone along with the flow in a lot of cases, and then we get what we get, and then we want to talk about what we should have done. So this is our opportunity to say it up front, and I challenge everyone here to do so. So with that, I'm not going to continue, because I think we need to move on and get started with our session so we can get our input laid out. And I'm going to pass it on to Gini Delaney and let her come up here and tell us exactly what we need to do so we can get started.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gloria. And I want to add my thanks for being here. This is a good crowd, and I'm sure you'll be very forthcoming. And it is your golden opportunity to have your say in the future of Knox County schools. We know that the best way to make sure everyone gets heard is to have small groups. And so I'm going to break you up here in just a moment by the numbers on your name tag. so you might want to know what number you are. Each of your groups will have a facilitator, and if y'all will raise your hands, I want to thank our facilitators who are here tonight. They are volunteers from the community who are doing this simply because they truly believe the most important thing we do as a community is educate our kids. So they are offering their time to help with this process. You will also have a scribe. If you scribes will please raise your hands. They're here to capture what you say and everything you say, because it will all be recorded, typed up, given back to the board for their use in the development of the strategic plan. So with no further ado, and we'll probably give you about 35 minutes or so to complete this task. So if you're, and this is for the adults, if your name tag numbers are 26 through 36, you're going to be going with group number 2. Remind me who my group number 2 is. Andre, and he will, don't get up yet, except if you're his scribe. No, Andre, you can, darling. No. I'm sorry, that was misleading. In a minute, he will hold up his big 1 and take you to room number 1. I'm sorry, you're room number 2. Thank you. If your name tags are 37 through 47 as adults, you will be group number 3. Ann, this is Ann Barker, and she will be holding up group number 3 and lead you to room number 3. Now, the students in this room, we know we have a lot who are still working, but they're going to form their own group. We will have a student group, and they will be going with, oddly enough, the student group to room number 1. So y'all will be following Nathan if you want to be part of the student group. We know some of our workers tonight will be involved in that group. So if you all will now proceed, and again, we'll give you about 35 minutes, and we'll come get you and come back and report your results. Okay, if everybody will take a seat, we're going to hear the results of the small group discussions. Okay, let me mention this. If there's anything that you all have now thought of or didn't feel like you had a chance to say before you leave tonight, if you will find me, this is an old-fashioned way of adding your thought, and I will include it in the notes. Or you can go to our website, www.knoxschools.org/strategic-plan, and take the survey there. So there will be additional ways to have your input, and we want everybody to feel like they've been able to say everything they want to say. So I've had one group already volunteer to report out their themes. Are you guys ready?
All right. Well, my name is Dmytro again, and this is Jared Kroom. So in our group, we talked about a lot of things, but some things that were kind of overarching, diversity and equity as in terms of funding, in terms of where and when schools are built in certain parts of the district, innovation in terms of innovation as it relates to curriculum, making sure that we have the best, most up-to-date curriculum, both in our trade and vocational programs, as well as it relates to our more comprehensive programs. We also talked about communication and making sure that parents are communicated with, not just in terms of closures for schools or other things, but just on a consistent basis, making sure that parents understand what they need to know, making sure that we communicate well with the community so the community is well informed. And then lastly, we talked about the importance of quality food, nutritious food in the schools for our children, so that they can be the best that they can be in the classroom.
Thank you.
The only thing I wanted to add is something that a lot of people, I'm sure you'll probably mention it at the end, all of the information that they gathered will be available on the website at some point. So, that was something I was concerned about. If people miss certain things, and if you were in this group and not the other group, you may have missed something. So the website will have everything, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you.
It's all in. Yeah, it absolutely will. All right, which group would like to go next? All right.
Hello, my name is Eva T. Satterfield, and this is Andre Canty, and we had a really good group discussion. So the first thing we talked about is recruiting and retaining quality teachers of color. So emphasize on the teachers of color, and then also when we get them, we retain them by paying them and training them and really supporting them. Number 2, improve communication across the district. One lady in our group, she indicated that she lives in West Knoxville and is really interested in sending her kids to school in District 1, but she has no idea when things are happening. And so cross-district communication, frequency of how much we communicate with our community, culturally communication as well, right? So we have the robocalls that are great. I love them. I answer all the time. But there's people that don't understand because they don't speak the English language. And then also websites. Let's have a cohesive website that is user-friendly and that can get the communication out and pushed out to everyone across the district. Number 3, college and career readiness starting from day 1. When a child enters in KCS, be it through pre-K, kindergarten, wherever they come in, that we're promoting college and career readiness as well as life readiness. And so that also means critical thinking and financial literacy as well. And then number 4, equity in facilities for new schools and existing improvements. There was real concern with the Mechanicsville community, as in they kind of feel like they get overlooked often. And so really investing in that community as well as the communities in District 1 and improving our schools that exist as well. Is that good, Gib? Cool.
Thank you very much. So we will conclude with our student group. Who's our spokesperson or persons?
Hey, I go to Vine Middle School, and my name is Jamarcus Murphy. I'm in the 7th grade.
And I'm Eliza. I'm in the 10th grade, and I go to Austin East.
So what we were talking about in my group was about injustice across schools and quality budgeting and stuff like that we need in our school.
And the other stuff that we were talking about is hiring and placing effective teachers. And for that doesn't mean that we get good test scores. That means that our test scores and the knowledge remains. It's still there later. Seek students' input before making big decisions. Like you're going to make a big decision that all of the kids don't like, and then who does that really benefit? Because you don't go to our school. So thank you.
Yeah, but like she said, I agree with what she said, though. Yeah, but still, we need teachers that's really going to care for us and stuff, which we have here. Like, seek students' input and stuff like that. Like, really care about what we be talking about. Because some stuff you will hear from a kid that is true. Like, some stuff you just got to believe about a kid. Because a kid can show you the way.
Okay, thank you.
Great job, kids. That was a lively group. Just one last thing as a reminder, your input is very important. There is a number of ways to send it along, and the school board members are anxious to hear what you have to say about the future of Knox County Schools. So, Mr. Superintendent, if you'll wrap us up.
Thank you, Jeannie, and thank everyone for being here tonight and for your participation this evening. just everything I've heard. Let me just say, too, thank you again to our students who performed earlier. They did a terrific job, and I omitted that, I think, when I first started a minute ago, but they did a terrific job. And I have been talking about for the last 10 months, I guess, the priorities that I'd like to see for our school system and our school district, and that's increasing student achievement, and that's building a positive culture, and it's eliminating disparities in our school district. And everything I'm hearing ties right back, I think, into those three priorities with the work that the groups did tonight. So you did an excellent job and very efficient, by the way. So we said we'd have you out here by 8 o'clock, but it's going to be much sooner than that. So thank you again for being here this evening. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. We look forward to putting a strategic plan together that's going to improve our school district. We have a great school district, but we can be a greater school district. And we have excellent administrators and teachers, and we're going to work as hard as we know how to work to continue to provide the very best educational opportunities that we can provide to our students, so that once they leave Knox County schools, then they will be successful, whether it's college, career, whatever choice they make after college. We want them to be as prepared as they can be to be successful. So thank you again for your participation, for being here this evening, and good night.